The key to success is to have a dialogue with the people using the spaces. I'm not saying that the people using the spaces can tell us exactly what to do, because I don't think they can, because we are the architects and we are the ones who can find out what people like to do today, but we also have to look into the future somehow and try to think about things that people will be doing in the future as well. And that's, you can say, the value that we are adding to the project. Today there's an important challenge for all big cities, I think, to strengthen the community, and the urban spaces are very important in doing that. So that's actually one of the big themes we are working on. We are adding aspects that might seem a bit strange or foreign or scary to people, but which is challenging them in their daily activities on the square. And I think in the long run this is what really makes the urban spaces interesting, because they are a bit different than you would expect them to be, and you sort of get inspired to do things that you wouldn't do otherwise.
Bor du her ved Sønder Boulevard?
Ja, jeg bor lige nede for enden af Sønder Boulevard.
Hvordan bruger du Sønder Boulevard?
Vi hænger for det meste ude på bænkene der her, så chiller, og nogle gange spiller vi basket og fodbold. Det er nok lidt mere, der er flere mennesker man kan kigge på, og der er flere ting man kan kigge på. Lidt mere socialagtigt.
Der kommer meget mere liv hernede, ikke? Altså efter folk de søger, man kan godt se, de søger fra de andre steder af Vesterbro ned her, fordi der er mere venligt og mere, jeg ved ikke, mere hyggeligt at være, tror jeg. Når der er mere liv på Sønder Boulevard, så søger de jo også ind på både udskænkningsstederne og også på de andre ting, der er til her på Vesterbro eller på Sønder Boulevard. Så helt klart, det har givet en positiv afspilning på omsætningen. Det har det.
Hvordan oplever du Sønder Boulevard? Hvad er det for et sted?
Altså, nu er det jo sådan, hvor man kan sætte sig og så jeg tror, før var du bare sådan, hvor man er skid. Men det er meget hyggeligt om sommeren.
Hvis man er længere nede på boulevarden, så synes jeg, der er flere spændende ting, som opfordrer til aktivitet. At det i hvert fald har forandret sig med hensyn til, hvordan det er liv, eller den generelle stemning både på boulevarden, men også i hele kvarteret, fordi kvarteret generelt har haft en opblomstring, og så er det ligesom med til at understrege kvarterets opblomstring, at Sønder Boulevard er blevet lavet om.
Hvad skal det bruges til?
Til Danish Architecture Centre skal have sådan en arkitekturudstilling.
Så skiller med.
Så meget nysgerrig.
Men det er også taget over med for eksempel Sønder Boulevard. Den ligner jo en losseplads i... Hvor lang tid gik der ude? Hvor lang tid gik der på den losseplads i Sønder Boulevard?
Det er pyntet.
Ja, det gør det.
Det er pyntet meget.
Nu står I her i dag. Bruger I nogle dele af boulevarden her? Sidder I derinde?
Ja.
Så er det meget rart med din bilstop.
Ja,
den er meget mere anvendelig, i hvert fald for os, ikke? Når vi har børn. Vi sådan har regnet det med, at folk med børn også kan bruge den sådan rekreativt område.
Kan du fortælle om, hvordan du bruger boulevarden her?
Ja, som I kan se, til at spille lidt fodbold en gang imellem. Og siden det også læst hele dagen, så det er meget rart lige at komme ud bare en halv times tid, og så spille lidt fodbold og sådan noget. Der er altid unge hernede i forhold til at spille med. Der er også sindssygt mange, der bruger det jo.
Ja, det virker sådan.
Ja.
The project consists of a new connection between the city and the sea in Trondheim, and it's a sequence of 3 urban spaces. The bridge is like a big shape of a big animal, and it has 4 legs embracing the 2 urban spaces on ground. In the beginning of the competition, we suggested that we should have a big Norwegian wood in the middle of the station area. And the Norwegian architects here too, they said, no, we have so much nature outside the city. We don't really want nature inside the city. We want it to be very urban. So then we thought, what can we do? We would like to have trees. So I thought, yeah, very colorful cherry, like Japanese cherry trees, and then some of the green, evergreen trees cut into artificial shapes. That would be not natural, but still trees. And it's always changing. It's a living picture. When the tide is low on the seaside, then the water comes up on the urban side. It brings a bit of the seaside to the city. And in the same way, the hyper-natural forest from the city comes over to the seaside. In Trondheim, they don't have very many quality urban spaces, so I also think that it will open up their eyes that this is a good idea to invest in.
So there was a little girl moving around one morning, and all the mist of the water, and she could hear a frog. And she moved around and tried to find this frog. And it moved because the sound moved from one speaker to the other speakers. So she followed, and suddenly it was gone. She didn't find the frog, and probably she was disappointed. But on the other hand, she started to imagine something. She wonders, what was that? Why it's gone? Where is it? I couldn't find it. And this situation of wondering, I think, is the first very important step in experience the city and your surrounding and become accustomed to the world. What we think is interesting in urban conditions is not to take the picture of this romantic impression of nature into the city. It's much more interesting to take the experiences, sensority, the surprise, the change, these kind of words into the urban condition. That's why the frog is not real, but a sound, something you're listening, because it's interesting when you listen to something unexpected in an urban condition. Or it can be when it's raining, then we focus on the climate change, that it becomes a little more cooler. So we make artificial rain. So this area becomes more cool than the other area, and suddenly you become aware of that. So you're surprised and become aware of yourself in this condition. I think it's very important in all our projects there is some surprises. Like the elephant house we just have done together with Norman Foster's office from London, here in Copenhagen Zoo. When you move around the promenade through the landscape we designed it, and into the building by Norman Foster's, and into the Frederiksberg garden, this movement is full of experience, full of surprises. You never get a full glimpse of everything. So you build up an enormous understanding of a space, which relates to the elephant. The elephant needs a huge space, which is not possible in the zoo. But you experience a big space because you, through the promenade, is accumulating many different experiences and surprises. And these together create this big picture that is much bigger than the physical conditions. And combined with your imagination of other things from nature, maybe you have been a safari and suddenly remember that. And all that build up a picture from you individual. This is the elephant house, and you become loving it. And at the same time, it's just a staple for the elephant and the landscape they can move around in.